Okay, sorry guys. Now, I hope that you have a great break. Why did I say that you had a great break? Actually, networking, it's very misunderstood, like I said, so people go to, these kind of meetings, and then the break, they hang around, they actually do nothing. That is, in my opinion, the breaks are the best. Why? Because you have time to actually build relationships, call somebody, prepare a list, to think about somebody that, this person, I think should get informed. But as you will learn now in the keys and so on, one of the most important things that I learned the very hard way, guys, that is, do never, ever, ever, I say, pre-qualify somebody. Okay? Because I see people that I thought would be absolutely not interested, that would be absolutely not suitable for this to really excel. And you know what? In some cases, even they ended up, working with somebody else, which means that I actually chose for that person is not interested. But I was wrong. So we are not recruiting, and I will get back to that in this call in a few minutes. We are actually sponsoring people into the business. We are responsible. And I actually wrote an article once that I called Take Your Responsibility. Okay? What do I mean with that? It's to take responsibility for the people that you bring into the business. So no, I am not, or you are not responsible for their success. You're not, but you're responsible to give them the best foundation, the basics about what they need to know, how they should work the business, and what they should avoid. And I know, even if you tell them, and even if you hear it from somebody, you will end up doing the mistakes anyhow. But it's still important to inform. Why? Because when you inform your friend or a person that joins your business, starts up their business and launches, when they anyway do things that you said they shouldn't do, it reinforces you as a sponsor. It reinforces that what you said is actually correct. So next time they listen better, okay? Because you prove yourself to be qualified to actually lead as a leader, lead that person towards, what they want to get. And that is what it's all about. People said, yeah, but I'm not a leader. Yes, you are, if you showed up on this call. You chose to do something more than most people. Okay, you showed up. That is number one. Number two is everything that we do will, like we call it in this industry, we'll hear it a lot in this industry, duplication. Okay? What does duplication mean? Some people get it wrong. They think it is, you tell somebody to do something and they will do it. Nah, it doesn't really work that way in this business. Actually, they will do what you do. And that is the good thing and the bad thing. It will be something that is your best friend or your most fearsome enemy. Because if you think you can just be the boss and you tell people to do and they will build your empire, forget about it. This industry pays exactly for how you treat it. If you learn the information, if you learn what it takes, if you treat it like a business, I will speak about that soon also, it will pay you like a business. If you treat it like a game, it will pay you like a game. It will most certainly cost you money. Okay, like most games do. Lotteries, yeah, about the same chance to become sustainable, viable, long-term, successful in this. Now, let's go into, I wrote some keys for you guys. Okay, I will share my screen. And this is something that I did to, in my opinion, then be able, I hope that you see it. I think that you do. Vittorio, can you give me a voice on that you guys can see it?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. I wrote down from sitting and thinking about what has been the things that been costing me the most time, because you can learn it the hard way and do all the mistakes. And I don't look at problems, mistakes as something negative in all times. No, it can also be very constructive. And one of the best quotes I ever heard or read was the following: life consists of lessons. If we don't learn by these lessons, the lessons becomes harder. And I will repeat this. Life contains of lessons. If we don't learn by these lessons, the lessons becomes harder. And that is how it is. And I think this is something that could be added here also. Do not be afraid to do, something in a wrong way also. Do not be afraid to say something wrong. It's part of life. What you will learn is the experience, and the experience, if you look upon it, like Vittorio also mentioned, the attitude, okay? Attitude towards failing also. So what is success, in my opinion? Success is a habit, okay? It is a habit of actually doing consecutive things of the right things, but also learning from mistakes, okay? Repetition and emotional involvement. And the number one key, Vittorio brought it up already so well. We had so many nice conversations recently with Vittorio. I learned to know him even better the last weeks, months, and so on. Is that people tend to look at it wrong. They think that it's not requiring work. It is not a job, guys. A job you can hang around for 8 hours and maybe even get paid. Maybe be effective 1 hour and 7 hours not. Maybe get paid for the full day. This does not pay you like a job. It pays you like a business, okay? It requires work, yes, but what you put in will come out, okay? So it's all about learning. And number two, I mentioned it before in the beginning, 5% success rate. Sounds low? No, because it takes into consideration all the people that actually becomes customers. And this is the most misunderstood thing. You do not become a networker from joining something or buying a license or purchasing products and services. You become it by launching your business and working the business, okay? And the best things with this is, with this 5%, and this is something that I can with a very, very clear conscience say, that during my 20 years soon in this industry, I have never, and I repeat that, never ever seen a person not become successful that actually have been treating it like it is a business, something that you need to learn for more than a year, okay? And what is it? No, it is not hanging around 10 hours and, maybe not, doing the business at all. It is effective learning and repetition, okay? Learning and what? Actually engaging in it and learning the craft for 3 hours per day. Almost everyone becomes successful that does that. So you should really save yourself time, listen, learn, and grow from it. And that is the fantastic thing with this, that in 20 years I've seen so many people coming into the business. Yes, some of them becoming really successful. But you know what, guys? That's not what I'm most proud of from my 20 years in this business. I said it's given me all. I am the most proud of that I've seen that this business is one of the few businesses on the planet, maybe the only, that actually allows you to participate and learn for free. And what was astonishing for me was that it taps you into something that is called today personal development, success coaching. And 20 years back, guys, it was something very mysterious. It was like, oops, what is this? Is it like religion? I was like astonished because I never, were going to school, learned anything about anything else than to actually do a job. And suddenly I was sitting in classes and participating in work groups and so on, where you actually didn't get only taught to do a specific craft, but actually you got taught how to become more successful. And guys, it is really like that. We get what we are. So when we learn things, how to think maybe in a different way, to create new habits that maybe are not destructive but constructive, we will get better. It is back to that saying, life consists of lessons. If you don't learn by them, they become harder. But guys, if you learn by them, we become sharper. Okay, that's the cool thing. And number 3, anyone can learn. And this is, I want to repeat it again, that do not choose for people. Think about it. Are we allowed to choose for somebody else that they are not, supposed to get an opportunity where you actually can build your social capital, help to clean up your trash, the plastic pollution, at least for yourself, and actually get paid for telling people that there is a way, a sustainable way. I mean, maybe we should do it like it's supposed to be done. Present the facts so the person can do an educational decision about it, educated decision based on facts. And make sure once it's presented, don't present it yourself if you are not ready. Use your sponsor. It's called sponsor, mentor, upline. The person that is able to and already learn the craft can present it for you so you can sit and listen, learn, and grow until you're ready to do the job yourself. If you choose to do the job yourself, you are not forced to do it. Obviously, if you choose to learn, your business will grow faster. So present the facts. And number 4, again, learn to earn. It's become a slogan from us actually in this organization, because especially in this business, I want to challenge you. When you choose to follow this business, it is not about knowing every single fact. I challenge you. You know, what does it take? 95 euros? Okay, and you will start to get paid. You will start to be able to be educated. You will start to earn a living that actually can be fun. Okay, in a fun way that you can do with anybody, anywhere, anytime you choose to do. Now, you will learn how we are different. You will discover. You don't need to know everything when you start. I can guarantee you every single hour you put in will give you something back. Education, knowledge, maybe a sharper mind because you exercise it. So put in the time to learn to earn and discover why we are different. This is very important in our business, especially because our business is breaking paradigms in many ways. One is the compensation plan. One is the tokenization that we were the first of actually doing it in this way. You will discover that it's very, very powerful. And there are only winners by the people that actually learns about it in the long term. You will also discover that plastic is maybe not so bad. You will discover that plastic bags were invented by a Swedish guy that wanted to do what? He wanted to do something good for the nature. What happened? We just started mass producing them and throwing them away. So it's not the plastic in itself. It's what we do with it when we dispose of it. And now, number 6. This is what goes so wrong in many ways. Networking is not a recruiting business. This is very, very important. In 20 years, I learned to see that the most successful ones are usually people that treats also in society people in a different way. Teachers, as an example, usually become more successful faster than a salesperson. Why? Because they actually teach how it's done. And the teacher usually understands that before he or she can teach, he needs what? To actually know what he's speaking about, to learn the craft, learn the textbook, learn the instructions, learn how it's done, learn how to choose the platform, learn how to do it, know your customer. What is that? KYC. Yes, it is something you need to get done before we pay you. Normal banking rules, so to say. You will learn a lot, but remember, it is not a recruiting business. It is rather a sponsor business. I was speaking about this already. Take your responsibility. Take your responsibility in learning yourself foremost, growing by doing so, and earning on the run. And take your responsibility to actually pass on information. So no, we are not, like I said, we are not responsible guys for, making somebody successful. But we are responsible in my world about giving everyone we bring in a good opportunity to succeed. And that means passing on information. It means actually telling the person the truth, not just trying to speak them into something that they haven't understood. Now, number 7, probably the most important one. Become consistent. Okay? Why? Because everything, like I said, duplicates. Everything that you do will be copied. And how can we do that? It's a habit. Okay? In the beginning, you will find all these excuses why not to do. Yeah, take this break and so on. And it's not going to matter. I not show up on this education and so on. But you know what? It is same as with success. It's a habit. When you choose to promise yourself to do something for yourself, for your family, for the world, and actually make a living out of it on top of your day job, maybe, on the side, maybe, on a full career, maybe even making a fortune, like some of the people around. You know, in networking, there are no limits, especially in this company. There is no cap on what you can earn, okay? So only you choose what you want to get out of it. But be consistent. It is one of the most important things. And my question is 1 year of learning and earning on the way and increasing earnings with becoming better, becoming more excellent and skillful, is it too much to ask? 3 hours a day for 1 year to gain freedom, time freedom, financial freedom? In my world, it is a pretty decent opportunity if you can do that in 1 year. And in 20 years, like I said, I've seen a lot of them. Seen a lot of them not only make a living, make a fortune. And you know what they all have in common? The attitude towards what they do. The attitude towards learning. The attitude of the business that they do. The attitude of, you know, anything in life. And you know what helps? Positivity. You know why? Because people want to hang around with positive people and not negative people. Choose to hang around with positive people and it will go much faster. So these are, if you ask me, the 7 keys to success. There are other things that are important. This is just some of the things I wrote down that will help you to save what is the most valuable thing that you have. No, not money, because you can always make new, but time. Time. The most valuable thing is time. Do not spend other people's time. Spend your own as you choose, but don't waste people's time. In my world, we are not allowed to do that. So I truly believe these are some of the utmost important keys. If you want to take me on my word, you can. If not, feel free to make your own list what is important. I'm only here to give you what I, on a subjective way, on a way I've seen in 20 years that works. Now, the compensation plan. We won't take that up today. Why? Because it's not important. Sounds pretty amazing. Why is it not important? Because it's so simple that if you involve people yourself and you help them to do the same, this compensation plan will be the most fair compensation plan that you will find on the market. You will actually get paid for exactly what you put in. No caps, no things. I just say like this. Before, when you involve people, speak with the person that knows how to position them. There is also something where we are actually changing a paradigm again. You can actually reposition them wherever you want. That's pretty cool. But you don't need to learn everything directly. Compensation plan trainings will be held. It's not for today. I will just fast go through it. You know, customers. Again, I believe it will be one of the most sustainable ones. Why? Because what I said before, social capital, savings, and even getting rewarded. Now, you also get unilevel. The customers are level 1 for you, your customers, and even deeper when you work the system. There are matching bonuses. This Infinity Star bonus, a binary killer, I call it. Why? Most people that have been in the industry, they believe binaries are so good until they max them out. This one doesn't max out. Unbelievable if you ask me. So what is it all about? Like I said, learn to earn. And all earnings, like I said before, are matched with free loyalty points. And you can choose to redeem them if you want. And get what? Tokens that will trade all the fuel that comes out by the machinery funded by the profits of the platforms. That's pretty cool if you ask me. So that is about it for today. I will hand over to Vittorio that will wrap it up, actually. Tell you a little bit more about himself, I think, maybe some tips and so on. And guys, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Why? Because I can tell you, 4 last weeks consecutively, you guys, leaders in the network, have more than doubled the turnover. And that is pretty amazing. Doubling week after week, guys, it grows. It grows, and we have learned from our mistakes. Life wants to serve lessons. If we don't learn by them, they become harder. But you know, guys, we learn. I would say listen in to Vittorio, what he has to say. He has great experience. He's one of the hardest working, I know already. He's one of the top stars in the organization and a person I respect highly. And I can tell you, in my book, that takes quite a lot. Okay? Been in the industry for 20 years. I respect these guys fully. Listen to what the keys he gives you, because they might be game-changing. Following week, we will do more trainings. I will have a call with Mr. Jussi Saloranta about the machinery, updates, and so on. Stay tuned. And stay tuned what happens in this business. There is a lot happening, leadership coming in, people noticing us. Stay tuned, or you might get left in the dust. That's all from me. Thank you for your time. I hand over to Vittorio. Have a great...
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Staffan. Yeah, the key is more important for the network marketing. And I have a right, I don't know, it's possible you see my blackboard. Learn absolutely.
We see you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's more important. Every day you need learn. And you are everyday student. You every day you need understand more. And the more important is the person you have near, positive, the leaders, the sponsor, the applying, and you are same student. This is very, very important. The second point is about mindset, is about you. The key, it's absolutely, you need positive people, positive thinking. Success people is more important. I don't see in my life one person with have success negative, with think negative. Is impossible. And three absolutely working hard. And I working in the beginning. I start with my brother Azad, and I start with 5 people. 5 people, and after 1 hour we have 25 people in the call Zoom. And every day working simple, explain the vision, the concept, the project. And around 1 month we have 1,000, 2,000 people. And the more important is education and focus 100%, absolutely. If you have the focus 100%, and I like explain one word Staffan tell before, the time. The time is extremely, extremely important. So this is for me the key for the success, but it's simple about you 100%. I really working hard every day, but when I come in the bed, I am really dead, because every day I have full day Zoom, phone, everyday meetings. But I am happy. I like joke sometimes in the day with. I am lucky because I working with strong leaders with this company, like Saleh, like Andrea Cerio, Jean-Luc, Pierre, and yeah, it's every day I learn. Every day is important. Not see only the money, because the money destroy the thing. The money incoming alone is about the consequence what you're doing. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you from me. Thank you, Staffan. I give you the word. See you soon, I hope, around the world. Thank you very much.